the shows that you're doing, will you be able to display these as well as your colored pencil?
I'm going to tie them in. Yeah, I'll probably have less of my originals hanging on. You know, sometimes at the shows, in the booth, I still make money and make a living, but I have all these framed originals. So I'm wondering, where am I making my money? But it's good. Sometimes it decorates the booth and brings people in. And then, but with my cards and the tile coasters, and I'm hoping with the glass work that's where I'll be making my money. So.
Good. And it's something that's more sustainable for you physically, that you can actually manage to do for a while.
Yeah. I was hesitant to start on this piece and tell them that, yes, I can do that. It was such an honor to be asked. And so I thought, well, I'll just see how my hands do.
Even if you have to brace your hands and splint your fingers.
Well, when I'm holding the pencil, I hold my thumb right here, and it goes crunch, 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 and I just, I pace myself and work for a couple hours, and then I know to slow down and just don't push, But I'm having fun. The detail, I'm real detail oriented in my work.
I never would have guessed.
And but working with the kaleidoscopes, that's what's there, is because just making sure that all the little pieces inside look just right, and take this bead out and put that piece in, and I test all the colors and everything before I put them together. So I have these little cups with different colors and shapes on my table, and
I just kind of mix and match and play.
Yeah, and. There are some kaleidoscope artists who have themes where the outside will coincide with what's inside,
like a beach theme,
like either by color or beaches or Christmas or certain shapes. The one I'm working on now, I have this really neat clock gear, and I might put one on the outside just to kind of
that'd be fun. Sure,
show what's inside.
Now, what about these?
Those are
because I love this little bird.
He's one of the pieces I finished for last year for my 2011 calendar that a lot of people have right now, and so Redfinch in Winter. And I was contacted via email by a lady who represents the publisher that prints the cards for Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay.
And in the email, she said, we already have this, in our files. How would you like to print 16,000 more cards? And I went, oh, okay.
Let me think about that for a moment.
And then while I had her interest, I sent her a few other things, and including some images from my new calendar. And she spotted the finch, and she said, "Oh, we're selecting our Christmas line too, so
perfect.
That'll be included in the Christmas line for this year." And my loon, the Loon Lake, that's been licensed in the past by a company named Barton Cotton. They used it for promotional packets for the National Wildlife Federation.
Oh,
you know how you get mailing labels or little sample cards with envelopes and stuff, and so I licensed it for them to use there. And it was really kind of neat because I'm a member, and I got a promotional packet, and I opened it up, and there were 3 of my loon cards with all the others.
Cool.
So it's and just knowing that how many
people are getting
millions
that.
of others are we're
sure.
seeing it. So, but I got a card, a letter from them requesting to use it again. And it's a one-time license, and I get a certain amount for a 1-year period to one use. If they want to use it again, then I get paid again.
Oh, okay.
And this time they're going to use it for the Shriners Children's Hospital in the promotional packets that they send out.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Like the cards.
Let me ask you a question about licensing. So, is there something that's kind of standard, or do you just create your own agreement each time with each image?
Well, some companies have their own particular agreements for different time periods. Some of them are for local area. Some of them can be worldwide use, and so that'll be written into the contract. I send out packets of information.
Oh, okay.
And to different, that's how I started out connecting with the publishers and sending out packets of information. There's a book you can look at to see what it is they're looking for.
Okay.
And like I wouldn't send my work to someone looking for cartoons, and you
No.
know, and so there's particular companies, and that's how I connected with Brush Dance in '03 and '04, I think it was. And actually, the Barton Cotton company that used my loon, they found me by purchasing one of the same card, the same image from Brush Dance publication.
Okay.
And they saw my name on the back and contacted me.
We have to find that girl.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of nice, you know,
Sure.
having my work out there, and so yeah, it's keeping me going, and having things licensed is really nice because over the years the little royalties still trickle in.
Okay, so whenever they use it again or whenever something sells, a little something comes your way. Okay, good.
Yeah, like the first time I signed with the company for Trader Joe's, it was 2 images, and I got one check that was very nice, and I thought that was it. It was just a really nice check, and then about 3 months later, I got another check that was unexpected, and it was a big one.
And you said, "Wow,
So, yeah, I
this
had
is cool."
I had no idea,
Oh,
you know,
really?
that they were selling that well, and so that it was a nice surprise.
Yeah, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So
I guess that's, something like this, you put so much time, obviously, and, gave up the use of your hands to create these fabulous images. And it's really nice to know that, you may have the originals, but some of those images are still out there, and,
yeah.
many people get to enjoy them.
It's like
In a
I
lot of
still
different
have the
ways.
original of this one,
Yeah.
the Wild Lily Fly, and that one was juried into the international show for the Colored Pencil Society also. And it's kind of nice to know that I still have one of my prize winners on my own wall.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's really
Yeah.
that's really cool, actually, because if it was gone, all you'd have is, a little slide or something, little image on your computer.
Yeah. One time I did have to borrow back an image from a lady who had purchased it as it got juried into one of the CPSA shows, and she was nice enough to let me borrow it back and send it to Bethesda, Maryland, I think it was. So, yeah.
It's taking its round the world tour.
Yeah. My pictures have gone from, to Chicago and Bethesda, Albuquerque, Chicago again, Seattle. I stay home, but my pictures travel.
So what do you mostly not go to the shows like the one in Dallas? Will you go?
In the out-of-state shows, no, it's just not in my budget to take a week and spend money on hotels and travel.
Oh, so they don't
No,
put you up
no.
or anything. Okay.
Yeah, you have to pay your own way, and the one time I did get to do a colored pencil thing and travel was last summer, the first week of July. I went on the Alaskan cruise.
I remember that.
And,
Okay.
Yeah, and I did a 6-hour workshop one day and got a free 7-day cruise.
And did you enjoy the cruise?
It was wonderful.
And what cruise line was that with?
Celebrity.
Okay.
We were on the ship Infinity, and we went up the inside passage. They had that huge boat and went up. I can't remember the name of the fjord that we went into. They did like a 360, and standing on the end, I mean, here's the glacier like that, and this captain turned this huge, I guess they do it a lot, but it's pretty impressive.
Wow.
And the glaciers really are blue like that turquoise. And we saw the biggest raven I have ever seen.
Wow.
And he was sitting on his bench. It was, he was picking through the garbage or something. But my gosh, he was like this
Wow.
tall, and just his huge body. They're big.
So you would definitely do that again?
If I was asked, yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did you have a lot of
They feed
people?
you way too much food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. On Thursday, I said, "Do I have to eat again. Wonderful food and visiting the different towns. It was, I'd never done anything like that before, so it was quite an opportunity.
Well, I'm so glad you got to do that. Now, on the ship, when you did the seminar, do you feel like it was really well received?
Oh yeah, it was really nice. I think there were about 16 people who had signed up, and it was a special part of just our little part of the cruise. In other areas, they had other people who were giving colored pencil lessons, Photoshop, scrapbooking, and stuff to the other people, and we had quite a few people coming in and asking if they could sign up but it was a private thing that we did.
You know what I always wonder, like on a cruise, and you see that all these people are going to be there scrapbooking. Well, how do they carry all that stuff aboard and then home? They must not have room for their clothes.
I don't know. I'm not a scrapbooker.
Yeah, well, but you know what I mean. That's so interesting. Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff. But people it was kind of interesting that they had that, even with the Photoshop classes, to work with your photos and then do something and then put them in your scrapbooks, because people do take a lot of photos on their trips. And so I kind of thought, well, maybe if I taught my own workshop and Ed's a photographer, he could teach Photoshop and we'll go on a cruise.
You know what I found from vacation photos, looking at mine, my husband's, and all my friends? I'm the worst photographer I know.
Oh.
I'm not a good photographer. My pictures, when I see other people's, it's like, gosh, those look so good. Mine just look kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a photographer either. I'm glad I have a digital camera, because before then, because
you can delete the ugly ones.
And you don't have to go in and pay $8 whatever for a roll of film.
To find out, that somebody took a...
They're all blurry and...
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, my camera's more than paid for itself.
I know, me too. I love that delete button. Trash. Yeah. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. You bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's review, because we're almost out of time here. Okay. So we've got your first show is coming up very soon. The artist reception is Sunday the 3rd.
Sunday the 3rd.
And then the show will go all month. And that's in Corvallis at OSU at the Art Gallery.
And there's some amazing artwork. If people haven't, if you appreciate what I can do with colored pencil, and there's some beautiful work there.
So, and this is the regional colored pencil show.
Yeah, the state show. Yeah. And then I'll be doing the Wilsonville show, which is actually tied in with, they've partnered with the Rose Festival this year.
Okay.
So they're getting some really good PR. And was it Mike and Mindy Ross? I can't remember the trail band. They're going to be the entertainment for Saturday night.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
That's going to be good. And I'm waiting to be juried in. I applied for the Lavender Festival this year in Yamhill. And then I'll have Silverton, which is August. I always do Dancing Oaks up in the hills. The people who do gardening, they know about that one.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
And a couple other little ones thrown in. And then the Big Audubon show in November. And Art Harvest, October.
So it sounds like you're going to be busy for the rest of the year.
I'm kind of repeating what I do every summer. It's kind of scary the first year that I applied for any shows. I applied for 7 shows my first summer and got juried into every one of them. And I lost my summer.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it's enjoyable going.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate seeing what you're up to and what to do.
Oh, and I wanted to be sure these I have to take these all back to Think Planet. It's the new little shop in town.
Okay.
And I'll go home and work on my picture. And
well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Lynda. It's nice to be here again.